Hi, I'm Jandre and welcome to Brink Designs. In this video I'll show you how to assemble our infinite block 4x4. This is a relatively simple build and you should be able to figure out by just looking at the photos. However, there are some things to note as it does allow for internal play and the roof is reversible. So don't just go ahead and glue everything together. For this assembly you will need the following: a thin, sharp knife to separate the pieces from the sprue, some good quality wood glue. I would not recommend super glue as MDF generally does not work well with that, a surface to put your glue on, and an old brush to apply your glue. I would also recommend the following: some water to clean your brush. Some builds tend to get a bit long and gunking up your glue brush is not a good idea. Small clamps or rubber bands to keep parts together as the glue is drying. And a small file or some sandpaper to clean some of the joints as they need to fit together quite tightly. When you start building, you will notice that there are 3 sheets that look very similar. These 3 sheets contain most of what you will need for a single building, so you can assemble a single building using only 1 sheet at a time. While the tabs on the buildings are weak enough to be broken, I would recommend that you cut them as it leaves a cleaner finish, making sanding a lot easier. The buildings are designed to have optional windows and doors. It is easier to cut them out before you glue the building together, but the tabs are placed such that you can remove the windows and the doors later on. Take note, if you do cut out the windows and doors, there is no easy way to put them back. In this video, I will show several different configurations of cutting out windows and doors as an example. The 4th sheet contains all of the details for the buildings that also function to allow the buildings to lock together when stacking them. Take careful note of parts 3 and 4. They look similar, but there is a small notch on part 4 that lines up with the doorway. From this point onwards, it is the various greeblies and access items. These items are assembled separately and mostly don't get glued onto the buildings. This is to allow you the most flexibility when setting up your terrain. However, it is possible to glue the various items to the buildings if you don't want to transport a large collection of loose parts. Also note, with the buildings being designed to have their roofs come off, you can put smaller parts inside of the buildings for storage and transport. When assembling the ladders, there is a short end and a long end. It will not have an impact on the functionality of the ladder, but it does look better if you assemble it with the same ends together. It also helps to use one of the offcut pieces to align the parts of the ladder. The easiest way that I've found to do this is to lie the ladder on its back and slot the offcut into the two hooks. Be careful of adding too much glue to this joint so that you don't glue the ladder to the offcut. The streetlight is a little complicated to assemble. The easiest way to do this is to assemble the different parts of the streetlight and its attachment to the dustbin, then to add it to the base and to add all the other parts afterwards. A pair of needle nose pliers work well to help you align small parts to ensure that they go in their proper positions. When assembling the AirCon unit, take careful note of the 3 small pieces. They only go into the unit one way. The side with the 2 chamfers face to the front of the unit. When allowing the fence to dry, it helps to put it on one of the buildings as it allows for easier 90-degree alignment. These items are optional, but they do add some character to the buildings, making them more unique. This means you won't have a table full of buildings that all look exactly the same. When gluing on the AirCon units, I recommend putting the roof on to allow you to easily navigate where to place the unit. If you place it too high, the roof will not go on properly and you will not be able to stack the buildings as intended. These are some of the many ways that you can lay out this kit. However, these kits really shine when you combine them with other infinite block kits.